O finally mga kababayan, yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos with First Lady Lisa Marcos and the whole delegation po sa Laos ASEAN Summit, nakabalik na po, bumalik na sa ating bansa after na aminin ng ating Pangulo mga kababayan sa interview ng mainstream media na nabudol siya ni Inday. Ikaw niya talaga, Mr. Maravillas. Uusok na naman yan yung mga DDS. Yan yung sabi ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Nabudol daw siya. He was deceived. Napaniwala siya ni Inday, mga kababayan, na magbarkada sila. You see? O ngayon, mamaya, ibigay ko sa inyo mga kababayan yung naging arrival statement ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. But before that, click subscribe muna dito sa ating YouTube channel and hit the notification bell para lagi po kayong updated sa mga kaganapan dito sa ating bansa. Like and share na rin po ninyo ng ating video. At wag na rin po ninyo na skip yung ating mga commercial ads para tuloy-tuloy lang ang pag-unlad ng Bagong Pilipinas. At itong ating programa mga kababayan, atid sa inyo nitong ating mga sponsors. Firmax Firming and Lifting Cream. Pinapay po sa mga pulses in affected area. Mainam po ito sa mga pains at paninigas ng mga kaso-kasuan. Ito sa mukha naman yung application, anti-aging, Automax po siya. Ito ay Glow Zero mga kababayan. Whitening po siya. Made in South Korea. Ito naman po, Ningxia Red Mix Fruit Drink. Gawa po siya sa goji berry. May anti-cancer properties po siya. At sa mga naghanap po ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. May Grab car rental din po kami. At bills payment po sa aming office. At saka sa mga mahilig po sa mga imported bags, manood po kayo sa live selling ni Madam Eileen Rosales sa kanyang Eileen Closet po. Pati mga shoes, ito yung kanya po. Ito yung kanyang page. Kita ninyo, napakagandang mga online selling po siya. Si Madam Eileen Rosales. Cellphone number niya po, 773-798-7816. So, balik tayo mga kababayan dito sa ating programa. Pero niya, Mr. Maravillas, honestly, sa tingin mo, sino talaga ang bodol? Sa mga sa kampo ng mga Duterte, ang bodol yung ating Pangulong Bongbong. Pero malinaw naman po kung sino ang bodol. Sino yung paniniwalaan po ninyo? Yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos na very honest siya po sa kanyang mga pananalita. Narinig na ninyo yung ating Pangulong Bongbong na nagsinungaling. Sila man lang po ang nag-akusa ng akusa. Pero tama yung mga kasabihan dito sa amin. Ang matinao, maginibo. Ang mainakusa daw ay siyang may gawa. Sila yung akusa ng akusa na bodol. Sila ito po ang talagang bodol. Pati yung ating Pangulo, binodolo. I've been deceived. Says Marcos on Sarah's never been friends comment. Sino ang papaniwalaan natin, mga kababayan? Si Inday na sunado, mahilig magsinungaling o yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos na may isang salita? Bagong Pilipinas, bagong mukha, may prinsipyo, may isang salita. Yan ang ating Pangulong Bongbong. May prinsipyo, may isang salita. Si Inday po, sunadong sinungaling. Sabi, 3 Duterte yung tatakbo pagka-senador. Ni isa, wala man po mag-file. Wala man nag-file po. Yung tatay niya bumalik as mayor. Si Basti, mga kababayan, nagbisi alkalde. Si Pulong, re-election. Ni isa wala. O ngayon, sino yung budol? Di ba mga kababayan? Ang budol po, yung mahilig magsinungaling. Yung ating Pangulo po, hindi basta nagbibitaw ng pananalita. O ngayon, tinanong siya ng media, ano niya Mr. President, yung reaction ninyo sa sinabi ni Inday na never kayong naging kaibigan. Sabi ng ating Pangulo, I've been deceived niya. Kasi trinato niyang kaibigan, mga kababayan. Siya pala, hindi trinatong kaibigan. You see? Yung intention lang po ni Inday, manalong vice presidente para later on, umaasa siya na siya yung i-endorse mga kababayan na susunod na Pangulo. Yan sabi nga natin mga kababayan, tinimbang ka ngunit kulang. Yung intention lang po, yung confi. Nang tanggalan mga kababayan ng confidential funds, grabe po yung galit ni Inday. Ayaw nang magtrabaho. O nalinayasan yung kanyang partido, yung lakas na siyang makinarya niya para siya manalo bilang vice-presidente. Tapos, tinawag na tambaluslo si Martin Romualdez na siyang nagpanalo sa kanya. Nangampanya po sa kanya. Campaign manager niya si Martin. Siniraan ang siniraan. Tinawag pang tambaluslos. All because of the confidential funds na tinanggal sa kanya kasi 11 days pong nilunok. Tama po. Pagkatapos, pati yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, dininay. Never daw sila na naging kaibigan. Kaya sabi ng ating Pangulo, kasi kinoconsider niyang kaibigan si Inday, I've been deceived niya. Kaya sabi ng ating Pangulo, he was dismayed niya, little dismayed, nang sabihin ni Inday na never silang naging friends. That's a good question niya, sabi niya sa media. That's a good question. I don't know anymore. I'm not quite sure. I understand. I'm a little dismayed to hear that she does not think that we are friends. I always thought that we were. But maybe anya, I was deceived. Si background mga kababayan, sabi rito sa report ng The Manila Times. Sabi po ni Inday, nang tanungin ng media, mga last month, she would never again team up with the Marcoses. Following their falling out, never again anya. We don't really talk. First of all anya, we are not friends. We just met when we became running mates. Before anya, we became running mates, we were not talking, sabi po ni Inday. So, kilala na ninyo ngayon. Alam na ninyo kung ano yung ugali ni Inday. Nasabi ng ating Pangulo, nalinlangan niya ako ni Inday. Madaling sabi, nabudol ako. All along anya, paniwala ako, magkaibigan kami. Hindi naman pala niya, kinoconsider niya na ako isang kaibigan. You see? Ito, pakinggan natin yung sinabi ng ating Pangulong Bongbong.
That's a good question. I don't know anymore. I'm not quite sure I understand. I'm a little dismayed to hear that she doesn't think that we are friends. I always thought that we were, but maybe I was deceived.
Madaling sabi mga kababayan, sa tingin ng ating Pangulong Bongbong ngayon, si Inday is a deceiver, budol. Tayo nga po, pinaniwala tayo mga kababayan ni Inday na sa kanyang pakikipag-unitin sa ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, magtatrabaho siya ng maayos. Hindi man po nagtrabaho. Sa 2 years niya mga kababayan, as DepEd Secretary, kumusta yung naging performance ni Inday sa DepEd? Alam na ninyo kung ano nangyari sa ating mga mag-aral. Kulilat po. And worse, yung pagkain para sa mga mag-aral, pinabulok pa. Alam natin kung saan nagpupunta si Inday. Nandun sa rally ng nausog na ang sigaw, Marcos resign. Pagkatapos, gusto nila itrato silang maayos. Paano mo itatrato ng maayos ang isang tulad ni Inday na ka-unity? Tapos yung tatay, pinagmumura yung ating Pangulong Bongbong. Tinawag na bangag, adik, at kung ano-ano pa mga kababayan. Tapos si Inday nandun sa rally, nagsisisilpi-silpi. Kaya nang tanungin ng yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos kung bakit, iwan ko ba kung bakit tinanong pa ng mainstream media kung bakit daw hindi ginawang caretaker sa kanyang pagpunta sa summit. Noon pa hindi na ginawang caretaker. Alangan man ngayon mga kababayan na nag-resign na si Inday. Noon nga hindi pa siya nagre-resign as DepEd Secretary, hindi na ginawang caretaker. Ngayon pa, yung una, caretaker pero binigyan siya mga kababayan ng kasama. Si Birsamin pagkatapos si Conrado Estrella ng DAR. So ngayon pa, di ba? Ito yung sabi ng ating Pangulo.
Sir, my question is about the home front. Ito ho ang unang biyahe ninyo that you did not designate the Vice President as the caretaker. How should we read into this, Mr. President?
Oh, because she's not part of the administration anymore.
But
She's still in
she's the Vice
government, but
President.
she left the administration. So she's not part of the administration anymore. So she's not part of the day-to-day running of what we're doing. So it would be unfair to ask her to now suddenly to impose that duty on her, since that's not part of her work now.
Should this not be construed as a complete falling out or maybe a sign of distrust on your part towards her?
No, it's a very practical. It's a very practical reason, actually. That's how I came to that conclusion. If you notice, the membership of the executive committee are all part of. They're all members of the cabinet up to now. So that would seem to be the obvious way to handle it.
So alangan man mga kababayan na i-designate pa siya as caretaker. Dapat nga noon pa. Di ba? Mga kababayan, malinaw na malinaw. Ang intensyon ni Inday, dinesignate na yung kanyang sarili. In-appoint niya yung sarili niya as designated survivor. Imagine that. Siya lang ang gumawa ng ganyan. Asa pa kayo nasa sa mainstream media. Alam ng presidenting kating-kati na po sila na tumikover. Di ba pa? Hindi man tinatago po. Kating-kati na i-take over yung Palasyo Malacanang. Lagi nilang sinasabi. Pagkatapos, i-designate siya as caretaker. O ngayon, ito naman po sa issue ng West Philippine Sea. Kasi sabi ng mga critics ng ating Pangulo, wala mang ibang critics, yung mga nausog. Yung pag-raise ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos sa issue ng West Philippine Sea sa ASEAN, futile exercise daw. Paano naging futile exercise? O ngayon, sinagot ng ating Pangulong Bongbong. Kasi po, itinanong ng mainstream. Kung hindi man po tinanong ng mainstream media, malamang wala mang statement yung ating Pangulo. Kasi hindi po gali ng ating Pangulo na makinig sa mga negativity sa paligid. Lalo yung mga grupo na masyadong nagmamarunong. O di ba? Kaya lang, siyempre, tinanong sa kanya, sinagot naman po ng maayos ng ating Pangulo. Ito po siya. Pakinggan natin mga kababayan.
Talk shop. But even if it weren't, I'd rather be talking than watching conflict. So if the talking is keeping conflict away, then ASEAN will have achieved at least one of its most important purposes. But I think what is important is that we are able to once again make our position very clear on different issues. Of course, South China Sea was a big part of that. And we, once again, as I have always tried to do, made our position clear, the Philippines' position clear, on how we see our sovereignty, our territory, our sovereign rights, and how we must be allowed to exercise them. So, again, it is important for the Philippines, for example, to be able to explain to member states and the other leaders who have come to join us the situation as we face it, because understandably they do not live with this situation day to day, and it is important to make them aware that it is getting better, it's getting worse, it's about the same, we're finding ways, and to show that And it is important. It is always very useful because at some point there are many offers of help. And they say, if that is the problem, maybe we could do this. Maybe our country can send vessels. Maybe we can have joint operations. Maybe we can have discussions. Maybe I can serve as an interlocutor. All of these offers, which would not come if we did not make our position clear and explain to them what the present situation is, how the situations have evolved.
Correct, mga kababayan. So ngayon, ito na po yung yung naririnig pala yung tunog, yung lagatak ng yon, yung mga gumaganon. Nagta-type sa kanilang laptop, kaya tumutunog po. Yung mga reporters po, habang nagsasalita, ayun, gumaganon sila. Nagta-type sila sa kanilang computer. Parang lagatak ng bagsak ng ulan. O ngayon, ito po yung arrival statement kasi bumalik na yung ating Pangulo, the whole delegation po sa ASEAN Summit. So pakinggan natin kung ano yung mga gains na nakuha natin po. So ito yung RTBM.
I have just come from the closing ceremony here in Vientiane, Lao People's Democratic Republic, where I attended the 44th and 45th ASEAN Summits and related summits. The discussion amongst our partners and friends were not just about the challenges that we face individually, but equally importantly, also about our shared commitment to finding enduring solutions that will safeguard our collective future. The leaders of ASEAN agreed to work more closely together in promoting sustainable agriculture to achieve long-term food security. We are collaborating with our partners to support our MSMEs through addressing financing gaps and enhancing their capacities to integrate into global supply chains. To prepare our country and our region for the future, we are together galvanizing our efforts to support the digital transformation of our economies. We are shepherding efforts in ASEAN to promote inclusive and sustainable tourism across the region as well. This will complement the Philippines' initiatives in positioning itself as a prime destination for sustainable tourism. The Philippines is leading critical initiatives that are significant to the future of this region. As host of the Loss and Damage Fund Board, the Philippines is privileged to play a strategic role in supporting the flow of climate finance to countries that are most vulnerable to climate change, as well as to advocate for needed support and action on climate resilience. As part of our actions to contribute to help mitigate the devastating effects of climate change, we will be hosting the Asia-Pacific Ministerial Conference on Disaster Risk Reduction next week to cooperate with other countries on disaster preparedness and response. I also engage with the business sector of ASEAN, as well as with the representatives of the youth in ASEAN, in order to exchange ideas on how we can best promote the prosperity and welfare of our people and the entire region. The leaders also discussed significant international issues and emerging challenges that not only impact our nation, but also the entire region, including, of course, the West Philippine Sea. I reaffirm that the Philippines will continue to defend our sovereignty, sovereign rights, and jurisdiction in the West Philippine Sea. And of course, all Philippine actions will be done in accordance with international law. The Philippines is continuing to strengthen its partnerships with all countries who share our values and our commitment to peace and to the rule of law. On the sidelines of the summit, I took the opportunity to engage leaders to discuss bilateral cooperation and strategic areas of mutual interest. We discussed agriculture cooperation with Vietnam, building on recently signed agreements on rice trade, smart agriculture, research and technology, farm management, and, again, sustainability. I also had the opportunity to thank Canada for its consistent support for the Philippines, especially on defense and maritime interests. I also took the opportunity to congratulate Canada on its G7 presidency and expressed on how we look forward to the successful conduct of Team Canada trade mission in the Philippines this coming December. In a bilateral meeting with New Zealand, we explored ways to elevate bilateral cooperation in time for the 60th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations in 2026. Making full use of our schedule while here, I briefly met with the leaders of Lao PDR, the EU, and Japan, and expressed our commitment to further strengthen bilateral relations. The Philippine delegation and I are grateful to Lao PDR, the chair of ASEAN this year, and our very generous host for the successful chairship. I look forward to Malaysia's able leadership as they host ASEAN in 2025. Maraming salamat at magandang gabi po.
So mabuhay yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos sa napaka-productive niyang participation dito sa ASEAN Summit. Sa mga naghanap ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. We also offer Grab Car Rental with our brand new 2023 model ng Toyota Innova. We also accept booking for those who are planning to travel via PAL, Cebu Pacific, and other airline companies, local and international, and bills payment for Meralco Bills, PLDT, Aleco Bills, etc. Ang Colossal Fitness Gym is located at 3rd floor Security Bank Building, Landco Business Park, Legazpi City, Albay. For inquiries, look for Chilon Maravillas. Contact number 0966-802-0949. Yan yung aming Innova. Lagi na pong matao sa amin. Pati mga foreigners po, tingnan ninyo. Mga British tourists sila. Ang lalaki ng katawan na, mga kababayan, nag-gym sa amin. Ito naman po, Indian National. Ito mga mga European sila. Ito naman yung bago naming product na binibenta online, Eye Glow Serum. Whitening po siya galing sa South Korea. Tingnan ninyo yung epekto sa aking anak na architect entrepreneur, Riz Maravillas. For inquiries, look for Riz Maravillas on FB. Ito naman po, Firmax Firming and Lifting Cream. Pinapahid po ito sa mga pulses and affected area. Mainam po ito sa mga pains at paninigas na mga kaso-kasuan. Ito po, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application. Anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Sa mga cancer patients naman po, baka lang gusto ninyo itong itry. Nengxia Red Mix Fruit Drink. Hindi man po siya gamot, food supplement siya. Kaya lang, gawa siya mga kababayan sa goji berry. Yung goji berry may anti-cancer properties. Yung mga inquiries ninyo, dumiretso na lang kayo sa aming messenger sa Facebook para masagot namin agad. Ayos po, ako po si Dante Maravillas. Bye-bye. God bless.